Wow. So I was just revisiting um an old video I made 2 years ago, uh essentially explaining a situation that had happened to me at that point. And wow, it was kind of a hard watch. I was like really doubting myself at that time. The amount that can change in 2 years, that's just mind boggling to me. Oof. Like I look back at that kid and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like, what are you doing? Like, that is me from right now compared to him. That was like, you would have never thought we were the same person. And yet, here we are. Okay, so my name is Aaron. People who are going to be watching this already know who I am. So what's up? How you been? um, yeah. So essentially, I was looking back at that and I was thinking to myself, how cool would it be to do a life update video on how things are going now, 2 years later, Like, what have you done since then? So, there's a complicated little legal issues that I went through sometime that ended relatively recently. I was sentenced to 40 hours of community service in the end, and just my usual dilly dally. I guess let's say 200 meters. We'll call it a peace bond, right? We'll be a little more open about it. I'm not gonna mention names. Those who know, and those who don't need to know. But now you know. Anywho, um, so that actually ended recently enough. Actually, like in January. So that whole thing was lifted. So now I'm pretty much a free man in a way, just a tiny bit. But we're gonna skip that. What I am gonna address today is how much positivity has come into my life in the last 2 years of refocusing all my energy towards myself and towards a better future, like, so to speak. You know what I mean? Just like investing time in the right people. Because I went through like this huge redemption arc where pretty much I started taking care of myself, putting myself first, not really giving a shit what other people thought, or just like being a little more assertive and standing my ground, right? In that time frame, I have learned so much about myself, about people, friendships, relationships. It's been a pretty crazy ride, but wow, I look back and I don't really regret it. Yeah, we've had our ups and downs. Definitely still making mistakes, but just like any human, I'm still learning. We're always learning, and that's what's fucking awesome about the human spirit. We continue to grow, we continue to learn, you know. In that time frame, I have experienced so many cool things that life has to offer. I went on a road trip. I went to so many different concerts. I got the experience of what it was like to date again. It was fun for a bit, but then I was like, I called off for a bit, but more on that later. um, in that time frame, I was really able to set my foot into the world of the professional culinary industry for a solid year, and that was probably one of the best experiences that I've ever had. Regardless of the good and the bad times that I had, that is an experience that I value with my heart, and I will cherish that forever. All my people from like every side, front of house, back of house, everybody has a special role to play, and they all have a special spot in my heart. I'm not gonna tear up or anything. I'm good. I just stutter a lot when I don't know what the fuck to say. um, in that time frame as well, in the last year and a half, I did one of the best things that I could have done for myself, which was start going to the gym. There was no more nonsense. There was all this free time. What the fuck was I gonna do with it? And I was just so out of shape. In that video that I was watching, which I don't know if I'm gonna make public or not yet, because there might be some info that I'd rather not, you know, speak about. But if anything, there's gonna be a screenshot to show you just how much the dramatic change that there's been. So in that video, I must have been at least 230, 220 pounds. I'm can confidently say that I weighed myself in today, accounting for the 2 pounds of water weight, right? I came in at a nice strong 178. So in total, coming from like our heaviest, we have lost 62 fucking pounds. I don't know if you guys have a diagram or something. Just put on 62 pounds on a scale and just try to picture that that is on a human body unnecessarily. I'm not fat shaming. I'm not discouraging anybody who's heavier because I've been there, but just like the fact that that can live on someone's body astounds me. And I have come that far with my hard work, my dedication, and just all in all time put in. I'm really happy for myself, and I wish I would have joined sooner, but you know what? I'm happier now that I did it the way that I did and learned, made my mistakes, got my couple of injuries, and I'm now starting to train others in their ways and everything. When I went in basically empty-handed and just like took a gander at something that I had no idea what I was walking into, it's now suddenly like a really big part of my life that I'm so grateful for. Excuse me. Um, right now is a very interesting part of life, so to speak. Right now, we're also working on getting our license, but that's a pain in the ass to do in Quebec. It takes like 2 years. Horrible. Um, we're paying off some debts. Stuff's clearing. It's a work in progress, but it's clearing. In the in the time, I've met some really cool people. You know, um, dating hasn't been my strong suit, to be honest. But you know, to make a long story short and sweet, I met this amazing girl. She knows who she is. Everyone knows who she is. If they follow me and they listen to me and I just keep fucking yapping. I met this amazing girl. Things didn't turn out. It's okay. All for the best. She did something amazing though, which was she really helped cement the restoring of my faith in God and everything. And I think that is just so invaluable. You can't put a price on something so special. It means so much to me that someone was able to actually help me rebuild that kind of relationship with myself and God. And just like it inspired me to keep doing more and to keep pushing. Like I've always been a huge emotional support person. Like I've always loved helping people as much as I can. But then that relationship really helped me to start loving myself more. And for that reason, I have no bad blood against that person. And I only wish them the best. And that's why I'm only going to make this a shorter video and also just a shorter, like, uh, I guess, time frame of talking about that specific situation. All the best to you and your family. You know who you are if you see this. Yeah. So right now we're just like really focused on just working and working out pretty much. All the homies that are around, you guys know me. We're still having fun. We're still like gonna go to raves and shit, man. Like once things clear up a little more, we're gonna try. We're still trying. We're trying to get back into the kitchen, trying to get back into like that professional vibes, you know what I mean? Trying to get back into that groove, but in time that we're getting there, we're gonna grind. We're gonna keep going to the gym. We're gonna keep losing. We're gonna get nice and lean for the summer, so we can take some cool Instagram pictures. And we can go fucking wild at Oshiaga with the boys and the girls. We have fun with both sexes. No, all genders. Okay, I'm cool like that. Don't worry. Um, yeah, it was crazy. So like, I was just looking back at that video and I was like, man, it really got me thinking like how much you can change And that's in 2 years, you know. That's a lot that changed. There's so much you can get accomplished in 1 month of turning your mindset around and just starting to put the energy towards yourself and being more mindful with what you say, what you do, what you think, what you eat. Just little changes like that can do so much wonders for your soul. It's just like, if I could go back in time and tell him how proud I am of him, of the changes he's gonna make, he wouldn't believe that we're the same person. He'd be like, "Who are you?" Because he was so insecure. It was just so bad. I mean, I still kind of deal with it. You know, it's still new to me to be like this. I'm still adjusting to it, but you know what? It's been a hell of a ride. The ups and downs, I'm rolling with it as it comes by. I'm putting my faith in God, and like, I know whatever happens to me happens for a reason, and I'm just going to keep trying and spreading positivity. As much of a hater as I may seem, truthfully deep down I am nothing but positive vibes. I try to give nothing but love. And yeah, there's not much else to say other than like, I wish everybody the best. I hope everybody who's going through something right now reaches out to a friend, because that helped me so much. Um, I can definitely say that I had some really hard times, and one of the best things you could do is reach out to your friends, reach out to somebody you trust, talk to your family, try new things. It's not all that bad. Life isn't all that bad. It's only what you make it to be. You are in control of what happens in your life a lot of the time. And if you decide to constantly stay negative, then you'll stay in the negative. It's a shitty it's a shitty reality to kind of admit, but the truth is, the person who can make the most changes in your life is yourself. And that's kind of something I learned the hard way. But at the end of the day, it's paying off. Some people are going to judge, and you just got to say fuck it. You know what? Because in the end, they're haters. They're haters just because, like, they're not you. In a way, they're just mad because they're not able to achieve what you have. They're not happy themselves. Why should he be happy? Why should she be happy? Why should they be happy? Just live and let live, man. You know? I mean, yeah, just live and let live. It's been really fun 2 years. To everyone that I've met and had experiences with, all different kinds, man. I fucking love you guys, man. Seriously, you guys have made it super fun. Like, to all the homies that stuck through since even before that, like the fucking high schooler homies, you know? Wow, look at us now. I'm basically 22 now, and we're still here, still breathing, and still smiling. Brighter than before. It sometimes it's a little harder to admit, but admittedly, we are doing a lot better than we were. At least for myself. I say we. I'm speaking in third person. I'm a fucking psycho. um, I'm doing a lot better than I was, like, say, 2 years ago, 3, 4 years ago. I'm actually at the happiest I've ever been, even if it doesn't show sometimes. I know it's been a little rough right now, the whole relationship thing, but I'll get back on my feet. That's a promise I'm making to all of you guys and to myself, hopefully. Maybe in 2 years, I'm gonna look back and laugh at this again. Be like, 24-year-old me, like, hey, what's up, man? Like, look at you now. Oh, man. I mean, shit. Just, for example, for experiences, look, I got both my ears pierced. One of them tore off. So now I only have the right ear pierced. I started shaving my head, doing the taper haircut. Then I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna grow a mullet, but then I'm gonna cut it shorter. So now it's like just shoulder length. It's cool. I had my mustache and I just stopped shaving it after a couple of months. I was just like, maybe a little good. And then at the beginning of the new year, I was like, I remember my girlfriend at the time. She was like, "Oh, you'd probably look really good with a beard," and I was like, "Huh, maybe." And then it was supposed to be New Year, New Me, which is just grow the beard. Everything else is still kind of similar. I mean, it is a new year. Don't say new me because that'll just never happen. It takes a long time to change. But new experiences. So stay fresh. Get tattoos. See, I got one. I got another one on the back there. Not gonna take off my shirt because I do enough of that on Instagram. Anywho, I'm rambling at this point, or as the kids say, I'm yapping. Yeah. So that is going to conclude the video today. It's been fucking real. It's been fun, and it's been real fun. But now we gotta sign off. Have a great fucking night. God be with you all, and I hope to see you guys again in 2 years, maybe. Who knows?